So, this is the start of my serious Worlds prep videos. I do these a little bit infrequently, but Worlds is quite an important tournament, so I do want to be doing the best I possibly can. I have done quite a lot of preparation for this, going through loads of different teams. I'm still not entirely sure that the one you can see on the screen is going to be the team, but I hope so, because I want to be done. But yeah, this is the idea that I've got at the moment that would be the most likely one of if Worlds is tomorrow, then I will lock in with this. But this team is a bit of theory at the moment, but I'm going to still do some practice now in these videos as well. I will say, if you haven't seen the serious prep videos before, this is actually just selfishly for me, and I just happened to click start record and maybe put these onto my YouTube channel, because these help me focus on actually getting proper practice in rather than just mindlessly clicking buttons on Showdown, which doesn't really count as practice. And then it's just beneficial. If I have a successful enough tournament run, then these end up being beneficial. And if I completely bomb the tournaments, like I have done a few times and still post the videos, hopefully you still get some value out of it, even though these are just entirely for me. So, yeah. Miraidon Lunala is considered to be one of the top restricted pairings that there is. And then Calyrex Shadow Rider Miraidon has been written off. And they basically have the same synergy, right? Especially if you're giving the Calyrex Shadow an Electric Seed just like you do for the Lunala. Because then suddenly you're bulking this Calyrex out way more than it has any right to be. And that's going to be the theme of this team. I've gone for, like, super bulk to go through it, like, to survive everything, but still have a lot of offense available. So yeah, like Lunala runs Electric Seeds, why can't Shadow at Shadow? With this EV spread, I am taking a lot of hits. Going basically no special attack. I'm considering two different spreads at the moment, and they may change, but this is what I've done to slightly organise my thoughts. I can either go with a modest one and sacrifice speed completely, or I can still outspeed modest Miraidons and Koraidons, and I've seen a few EV spreads of non-max speed Calyrex Shadow Riders, and they've been like 188 and 189, so I've tried to speed creep them as well. Hopefully the practice will determine whether I need actual special attack investment into this Calyrex, but hopefully the Nasty Plot will be able to make up for that. Most Calyrexes in this double restricted format have been just Psychic over Drain Kiss and then Terra Dark. But I think that with the Electric Seed and bulking yourself out, Drain Kiss makes way too much sense. So Miraidon, specs. Everyone knows what this does, but no one will have seen this spread before, because this is probably the bulkiest choice specs Miraidon you'll have ever seen. Tried to get away with the minimum amount of special attack investment that I can justify. I think it was a Dragon Pulse Oko's opposing Miraidon. It was something like that. I made these spreads a little while ago. I think that the defense was a Ursaluna Facade, so if I Terra Fairy, they still can't KO me. And the special defense was if I Terra, then an Electro Drift from a modest choice specs Miraidon is a 12% chance to KO me, if I remember right. And then I've got no speed, like completely no speed. Like people that have been experimenting with like the Assault Vest ones as well had 20 speed at a minimum. But I want the slower Volt Switch, is what I'm practicing at the moment. And if I don't, then I can just switch up for going for the timid one. And this Oko's a Miraidon with a Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam rather than just Dragon Pulse, I'm pretty sure. But I want to be able to get away with this super bulk, because no one will be expecting a Miraidon to be this bulky. People have gone with the amount of special defense that this has reached before while still being modest, but then they had like barely any defense. So this is trying to cover for both. Got Dragon Pulse over Draco Meteor because I went into this World's preparation with one of the goals being that both of my restricteds, at least, are 100% accurate, because they're the most important ones. And if I have Draco, then that obviously can miss. So I'm going to be trying to get away with just Dragon Pulse, and in my little bit of practice so far, I haven't missed Draco Meteor, in the fact that I haven't missed it on my moveset. Because I haven't missed it, because I haven't used it. That was probably a confusing sentence, but I have not regretted not having Draco Meteor, is probably a better way of phrasing that. So far in my practice, and then obviously the rest is pretty standard. The Grimmsnarl, it's a screens one, like people know what this does, but I do like my fake Grimmsnarl as it has been coined, because it's got fake out and fake tears. So it's basically, which one of those two moves do I go with? Because both are really good. So like fake outs to get a free Nasty Plot in some situations is nice. I can cycle fake outs with Iron Hands and Grimmsnarl if I have both. Fake tears pairs very well with Calyrex and Miraidon. I think that Spirit Break and Thunder Wave are mandatory. I need speed control on this team, because I haven't invested into my speed at all, so I'll need speed control. So it depends which Grimmsnarl I'll go for there. The Iron Hand spread probably looks a bit strange as well. So I wanted to hit 95 speed, so that I outsped almost every single Incineroar that I will face. If they're faster than me, they're probably just Jolly Max. But also, then if I Thunder Wave something, and then my Calyrex outspeeds it, like naturally, if I then Thunder Wave it, I know that my Iron Hands outspeeds it, because their half speed will be like lower than 95, because 95 doubled is 190. So that would just help me out with that, but it also allows me the speed creep of opposing Incineroars. You probably want to KO an Incineroar before it can knock off your Calyrex if you can help it, and then you can save your Terra, which would be much appreciated, and always having the faster fake out is a good thing. And because I wanted 95 speed, I tried doing that with being Adamant, and even with just Adamant 4, I couldn't quite do it for the calcs that I wanted, and I can't remember what the calcs I wanted were. I know I wanted 8412, and that does something, and I can't remember, because I've made these braids a while ago. But with the special defense, because that's the important one, it was a timid Kyogre that's gone for Terra Water Water Spout. And I can survive that with this much special defense investment. I don't think that's going to come up, but that's just the strongest attack that I can think of. Modest Choice Specs was not reasonable to survive. But it would be for my super bulky Iron Hands that I've been saying. Like, I might just bulk out my Pokemon even more than they have any right to be, and I like doing that a lot. But then this would probably be I haven't done the calc, but I basically just got max special defense. Like, this should be able to survive the modest Terra Water War Spout, which would be funny. But I haven't really got any attack investment into the Iron Hands. And people don't really put attack investment into their Incineroars, right? No one scoffs at that. Like, some people do, but most people don't. So if this Iron Hands is here for support and fake out and all that stuff, I should be able to get away without attack investment, because this is much more of a supportive Iron Hands, and it will be incredibly supportive if I do have Volt Switch over Low Kick. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do I want Low Kick or do I want Volt Switch? I suspect that with the not attack investment, Low Kick won't be as valuable, but hopefully with the Quark Drive it will be still significant. One thing to note is that because I've not got much attack investment in this Iron Hands, if I get intimidated and then Quark Drive activates, then I'll get a defense boost, because normally when you have Iron Hands, if you have, like, you know, huge amount and Adamant and all that, you need well, it's not going to do it because I'm not Adamant, but 196, I think, is the bench. Well, 196, but then you go 198 because of the 11N. But that Intimidated is still higher than your defense, so you still get the attack boost. But I want to be, that's another reason why I wanted to be faster than Incineroars, so that I think that's how it works. I need to actually properly test that, but Instinct is telling me that if Electric Rain gets activated and Iron Hands and Incineroars on the like field and like turn 0, I should get my Quark Drive boost, attack boost, then get Intimidated, right? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I'll find out in practice. Should have worked that out by now, but I will figure it out. So Volcarona, this is a unique Volcarona, because a lot of people are going with Fire Dance / Flamethrower and then Struggle Bug and then like leftovers, and that is the other one I'm considering, because that's the one I've used the most. But there was a team that, what was it? Another Calyrex Miraidon team that had Terra Fire on the Volcarona, and I've used Terra Dark for ages to help with Calyrex Shadow Rider and also to be immune to Prankster. But the Terra Fire with like +1, I found a lot with Volcarona that it's just still a bit too weak with only +1, but then with the Terra Fire, that will theoretically swing some KOs that it wouldn't have got otherwise. And another thing is that Flamethrower is slightly stronger than Fiery Dance, and the calcs do matter for that extra 10 base power. But the Fiery Dance boosts are nice, but they only have to happen 50% of the time. Bug Buzz, Throat Spray, happens 100% of the time. It's once, but that should be all I need. If I get a +1 in everything with Cribble Dance, and then Bug Buzz, then I'm +2, and +2 is usually strong enough. So, and Bug is actually really nice paired with Calyrex, because people want to Terra Dark in front of Calyrex, and then suddenly Bug Buzz is threatening them for a one-shot. So, hopefully this Volcarona works out, because I think it could be quite nice. I've speed crept quite a few Volcaronas, I think, because a lot of Volcaronas are going either that to outspeed Choice Scarf Urshifu, but then you might as well outspeed Choice Scarf Chi-Yu, and then I sweat crap by them, but then by 1. So hopefully I'll be able to catch those out. And then finally Wo-Chen. I think that Shiny is not available on Showdown yet, but it's going to be available soon, hopefully, after the announcement. So I've been using Chestnut a reasonable amount with Calyrex Shadow Miraidon, and that's been pretty good. But this can do a similar thing. It sacrifices Wide Guard and like a proper strong body press as well. And I did have Electric Seed on the Chestnut, which means I couldn't have it on the Calyrex, but now I have it on the Calyrex. Chestnut isn't as effective. So yeah, Wo-Chen can be very effective against certain teams, like the team that won NAIC. Wo-Chen should have a very, very strong matchup into, and that is likely to be a common team, because I know that some people will just stick with that because that's what they've been using the whole format. And they'll have no reason to change away from experience, because even though people know the team, you still need to know your matchup, and they'll still be experienced against you. But yeah, Foul Play and Snarl is not a combination that, well, I say that you see on Wo-Chens. Not many people run Wo-Chen, do they? But it's usually like Pollen Puff, which is strongly considered on my Wo-Chen, and Ruination as well. But Ruination can miss, not going to deal with it. Leech Seed is mandatory. I have to have Leech Seed. Snarl can technically miss as well, but I wanted, because I didn't have Struggle Bug, I currently don't have Struggle Bug on the Rogue Corona, that might change, but I currently don't have Struggle Bug, and I have Miraidon and Calyrex. One of the main criticisms of Calyrex and Miraidon as a pair is that if you face something with Calm Mind, like a Terapagos or something, then they'll just be able to wall you out completely. But if you've got Snarl or Struggle Bug, then even though they get +1 special defense, they don't make any progress with the actual damage they can do if you just spam Snarl. So this Wo-Chen should theoretically help out a lot against Terapagos, of all things as well, but plenty of other things as well. So that's just where I'm at the moment. This is just a snapshot in time from where I'm at. I've gone through so many ideas. Like I'm quite a creative team builder, and I just went for it completely with this one. And you can probably see I've got some like categories down here. I've thought I had my world team sorted, but apparently not. But yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. I've started a fresh account on here so that I can start filling in this document here. So this is the how do you pronounce it? The shorthand is like PARS or something, but it's Palkia Academy Showdown reporting. So PASARS. That doesn't. I don't know. I've never said it out loud, but this is a very useful document to get a load of information. And I'm starting a brand new one for the sake of these serious prep videos. Usually in the episode 1, I only just do one match because I've just done a load of rambling at the beginning. So this is likely going to be just one best of 3. And I've also started a brand new account just for the sake of these videos as well. And now, because I've done that, I'm not going to find anyone. Maybe everyone is too invested now into going back. To Regulation H is now going to be the format again. So people might be going on that as well. But hopefully I've found the team. Like, given that I've said that we know that we're getting back to Regulation H, then that somewhat dates the video. So we're getting reasonably close to the World Championships, and I'm pretty sure I'm close to done. But I still need to get in a few reps more with this, because I've built a lot of Worlds teams purely on theory, and that's been somewhat successful before. My 2018 Worlds team was entirely theory. I tried to just keep it off the ladder completely so no one would have any experience against it, and I went 4-3, and I would have top cut if I got a 75% roll, but I didn't, of course. That is my classic Worlds luck. But yeah, is there no one here at all? This is very strange. This is the longest I've ever waited for this, so let's refresh and see if that's going to help. What was the username? Was this, I think. This doesn't really mean anything, but that's just the name I've chosen. Right. So, and that typing was probably quite loud because my right phone's right next to it. But like there's going to be very... Oh, there we go. Finally. I say finally. That was instant. But there's going to be very little editing on this. Like I've said, this is selfishly for me. So I don't put a ton of effort into editing the videos and all that. But, right. So, Covert Cloak. Got Taunt there. Leftovers without Calm Mind. I mean, we're at the bottom of the ladder, so there's going to be some interesting sets. That's a cool Iron Moth. Right. So I don't suspect I'll face this at Worlds, but, you know, I've started a new account, or new alts, for the sake of these videos. So, alright. Not being able to fake that out might be a little bit awkward. They've got Chi-Yu and Incineroar, although against Terra Fairy they only have this and that's Sludge Wave, and they've got nothing to Sludge Wave against apart from that Wyguard Iron Valiant, so... Chen could be quite nice. I think I'm going to go Grimmsnarl and Miraidon with Calyrex, and then Iron Hands it's got to be. And then maybe Wo-Chen if this is not so successful. Okay, that's not too bad. I can just immediately light screen Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam. They could Electro Drift me, but let's see if my bulk is going to prevail. So I am a calm Miraidon. I don't think anyone has ever considered a calm Miraidon, but here we are. Okay, decent chunk. And yeah, we're at the bottom of the ladder, so they're going to Draco me straight away. Cool, with the Beads of Ruin helping even my not-so specially attack-invested Miraidon, which doesn't mean won't KO Miraidons. Like, I think it can if they're no bulk, but it's a roll. And otherwise, I shouldn't expect it to. Let's go Spirit Break here and Dazzling Gleam. They're going to fake out my Miraidon and get another Heat Wave, but that's okay. Because now that Heat Wave's not doing... Oh, I just straight up KO it. Nice. That means I can Thunder Wave the Kyogre coming in. It's an Iron Valiant, so I will Thunder Wave and switch to Iron Hands. Watch me miss my first Thunder Wave on this account. No. Okay, because that's one of the gripes like that. Oh, they did Spirit Break me. And his Parting Shot doesn't really matter. So I'll get a Reflect. That means I live the incoming Spirit Break. And then Drain Punch will recover a decent chunk. And I should be faster because of my speed. Yep. Not quite a two-shot. And it definitely won't be a two-shot now. But I will go into Miraidon. I will Electro Drift the Incineroar. I will Wild Charge the Iron Valiant. Because they are Thunder Waved, I'm pretty confident I'm faster. Yep, I should be. Yep. And then Spirit Break won't be able to KO my Miraidon because it's so bulky. And that Sash is broken. And then Electro Drift, even out of terrain, is going to KO. Cool. And what you do, if you haven't seen, I'm going to usually put it into number 1, but for some reason my 2 and 3 are broken. Don't know why. So I'll put it there instead, and then next one. So, any reasons to change anything up? I didn't bring Kyogre. I mean, they know that I Terra Fairy'd on their Draco this time. I think Iron Hands, Miraidon as a lead. Because they're like, no, because they're Covert Cloak. Yeah, that would work if they weren't Covert Cloak, but they are Covert Cloak. So let's go Grimmsnarl and Miraidon again. I think the 4 I'm bringing are fine. Yeah, they switched up to Iron Moth, which is very reasonable. And they're Assault Vest, so they should survive whatever I go for. Let's Light Screen. And the special attack boosting. Okay, so my Miraidon's still my outspeed. Yeah, they don't have Acid Spray. They only have Sludge Wave. I'm going to switch to Iron Hands, I think. I'm going to play it a little bit safe on this first week. So then I can Wild Charge Oko the Iron Moth. Yeah, they do just Draco again. But then Sludge Wave? Yep, they do Sludge Wave. But Grimmsnarl's going to take that, which is nice. Then, do I need a Reflect? They've only got Incineroar. I don't think I need a Reflect. They're special attack boosting, actually, so I can Thunder Wave and Wild Charge and deal with the Iron Moth. And because they're -2, I think Electro Drift will probably still get the Grimmsnarl, but I don't think Volt Switch will anymore. Yeah, that does nothing. And this, unless it's Incineroar, then Iron Moth should be disappearing. And if it is Incineroar, then it becomes like Astral Barrage, like, what do they call it? It's Grimnay Bait, or something like that. It's not quite that, because I used to call it Beast Boost Bait, and that was alliteration, and that was nice, but Grimnay Bait doesn't really work. But if you don't know what I mean by that, it's that it would be in range of a KO now from Astral Barrage, which would then give me a special attack boost. Whereas at full HP, it would not be. Okay, so they have revealed all 4 of their Pokemon. Then, yeah, my Miraidon's looking pretty good now, isn't it? So I'd assume they're going to fake out the Iron Hands and Water Spout. So I will attempt to Thunder Wave the Kyogre and switch to Miraidon. And I should be taking that. Oh, they go for the Grimmsnarl. Okay. I reckon that I would have lived, given that I survive a Choice Specs Terra Water Spout with Iron Hands. No, I wouldn't have survived. Right, so then they can protect on here. the best way of doing it. Should just be Iron Hands, Drain Punch, and Electro Drift. Have they Terra'd? I don't think they have Terra'd yet. They haven't Terra'd, have they? So then instead, let's fake out the Kyogre and Electro Drift the Incineroar. Yeah, because they do protect. Although Drain Punch would have been quite nice. Oh, there's the Grimday bait. Okay. So now they should go for Terra Grass. Let's Drain Punch here and Electro Drift here. Do I need Terra Fairy? I think I need Terra Fairy. I think I'm a little bit out of position because they're going to Terra Grass the Kyogre. Yeah, like that. Oh, and they did Volt Switch. Good play, good play. Then I'll KO the Incineroar here unless the Iron Hands gets KO'd. But my spread is clutch. Like, my careful Iron Hand's already coming through. But I'm not sure that's the best thing, is it? Unless the Miraidon is in range of... No, it won't be, will it? No, I'm out of position now. Yeah, that doesn't work. Because here's the Calyrex. I've got my light screen at least. And to be fair, the rain is gone. If I dodge an Origin Pulse, maybe. No, I don't think even my bulky Calyrex is going to survive this. At least I'll find out if they're timid on the Miraidon, which is still useful information. Oh, I could have nasty plotted. Yeah, nasty plot I think would have won the game. Unless regular Draining Kiss is enough. Which is stronger? Astro Barrage goes to 180. And then it turns Spread, so... And that's 135. Whereas Draining Kiss is only 100. So Astro Barrage is still stronger. And my no special attack investment Calyrex is here as well. So yeah, Nasty Plot would have won the game there. But, what? Okay, so I'm at the bottom of the ladder. I know what I should have done differently now. And I stole the game on a crit regardless. So, and I say that, unless this doesn't KO, then single target Origin Pulse should still actually get me. But no. Okay, so... that was an interesting endgame, but I know what I should have done differently, and that's the point of the practice. Like, they shouldn't protect there. They should always just attack, but, yeah, Nasty Plot would have been the thing to make that slightly more efficient of an endgame. Like I said, I only do just one best of 3 in this first episode of this, because I do ramble a little bit at the start. There'll be more matches in the future episodes. That is, if the episodes get uploaded to YouTube, because if you've seen this one, there's more coming.